Good evening to all of you. Today we are going to start last chapter of economics, that is economic thought. Last chapter number standard 11, subject economics, chapter 11, name economic thought. First of all, the topic from this chapter which you have to do, this whole chapter is not required to do because this chapter has no relation with the 12th standard or any other higher studies. Only thoughts are given of different economists or different experts. So the topics which you have to do, first one is short introduction. Write down if you want or mark in your textbook. Page number 180. Page number 180. Introduction. First of all, topic which you have to do from this chapter. Introduction about Kautilya plus second topic economics of Kautilya. Economics of Kautilya. Regarding Kautilya, you have to do two topics. One is introduction about Kautilya, means who is Kautilya. Then economics of Kautilya, what type of economic concept Kautilya had given. That is given on page number 118, page number 118. Now next topic. Next topic is page number 121. Page number 121. Main economic thoughts of Gandhiji. Main economic thoughts of Gandhiji. Topic is main economic thoughts of Gandhiji. This is the name of topic. From this topic you have to do. In this topic you have to do. First one is Sarvodaya. What is the meaning of Sarvodaya? Means first topic is Sarvodaya. You have to do Sarvodaya. Means Sarvodaya. Next one is total. Okay, first 4 points. Sarvodaya, then importance of labor. Third topic is use of machinery. And fourth, last one is decentralized economy. So under main economic thoughts of Gandhiji, only first 4 points you are required to do. Sarvodaya, importance of labor, use of machinery, and fourth one is decentralized economy. That is given on page number 121 and page number 122. First topic is regarding Kautilya, introduction about Kautilya. Topic is introduction about Kautilya. Then second topic is economics of Kautilya. 2 topics are related with Kautilya. Then next topic is main economic thoughts of Gandhiji. This topic is written on page number 121. From this topic you have to do first 4 points. Sarvodaya, importance of labor, use of machinery, and decentralized economy. And last topic is given on page number 127. Page number 127. The name of topic is Objectives of Indian Economy. Objectives of Indian economy according to Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. DHYAY. Total 1, 2, then 3 and 4 topics we have to do from this chapter. Once again, those who are writing or those who are marking in textbook, first of all page number 118, then page number 121 and 122, and then last page number 127. On page number 118, introduction about Kautilya, one topic, and economics of Kautilya, second topic. Two topics are related with Kautilya, and that is given on page number 118. Then next topic is, the name of topic is main economic thoughts of Gandhiji, and various points are given, but you have to do first 4 points. Sarvodaya, importance of labor, market in the textbook, use of machinery and decentralized economy. And last topic, third topic we can say, that is given on page number 127. The name of the topic is Objectives of Indian Economy according to Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Now, from this topic, we are going to start first of all introduction about Kautilya. Kautilya is also known as, means by the name of Chanakya. His real name was Vishnugupta, and he had given lots of concepts which are related with economics. The first topic is introduction about Kautilya, that is given on page number 118. 118, Kautilya. So your first question becomes, write short notes on introduction, means give introduction of Kautilya, 2 marks or 3 marks. Now Kautilya, that is given that he was a Brahmin. In easy way we try to explain about Kautilya. Kautilya was a Brahmin, or he belongs to a Brahmin family. Kautilya belongs to a Brahmin family. First point. Second, his real name was Vishnugupta. And from today, all the lectures will be of economics. Till then, it is not completed. For example, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, every day we will take economics. Till then, this chapter is not completed. His real name was Vishnugupta. Third one is important event. He during 3rd century. During 3rd century, he helped Chandragupta. He helped Chandragupta to end the tyrant. Tyrant means very cruel. A devastating time period is called tyrant. Tyrant rule of 10 rule of Dhananda from Nanda dynasty, last heir of the Nanda race. The last HEIR here means last successor of the Nanda dynasty, the last heir of the Nanda race. Next, he had deep knowledge of politics, law, economics, management, taxation, social order, agriculture, trade, industry, etc. So he had deep knowledge of politics, law, economics, management, taxation, social order, how to maintain order, law and order in society, agriculture, trade, industry, etc. Besides this, he wrote the most important point. He wrote an exclusive text named Arthashastra, which was widely known as Kautilya's Arthashastra. So this is short introduction about Kautilya. He was born in a Brahmin family, means he belonged to a Brahmin family. His real name was, and he is also popularly known as Chanakya, because in Brahmin family he is born in Chanak family. Chanak, their surname is Chanak. That's why he was popularly known as Chanakya. First of all, Kautilya was born in a Brahmin family, in Brahmin Chanak family. That's why he was also known by Chanakya. His real name was Vishnugupta. During 3rd century, the most important event which he had undertaken, he helped Chandragupta to the end of the tyrant rule, to the exploiting rule of Dhananda. And Dhananda was the last successor of Nanda race, Nanda dynasty. And he helped and established Chandragupta. Then he had deep knowledge of all fields, especially politics, law, economics, management, taxation, social order, agriculture, trade, industry, etc. And last, the most important point, the Arthashastra means completely, in Hindi, economics is called Arthashastra. The one book was written by Chanakya or Kautilya. Name of that book was Kautilya's Arthashastra. So he wrote an exclusive text named Arthashastra, which was widely known as Kautilya's Arthashastra. This is about short introduction of Kautilya. First topic. Kautilya belonged to a Brahmin family. His real name was once again Vishnugupta. He born in a Chanak Brahmin family. That's why Chanak. Chanak, Chanak Brahmin family. That's why he was also known by Chanakya, by the name of Chanakya. He helped Chandragupta to establish his rule, to establish his kingdom by defeating Dhananda, the last successor of Nanda race. He had deep knowledge of politics, law, management, economics, taxation, social order, agriculture, trade, industry, etc. And finally, he wrote an exclusive text named Arthashastra, which was widely known as Kautilya's Arthashastra. Now, what is Arthashastra? According to Kautilya. Second topic. Shastra. Here, according to Kautilya, earth means land. Earth means land. So he had given various advices because why his thoughts were related with land, because all individuals, we have already studied in economics and OC also. Economic activities are those activities which are undertaken in order to earn money. Either money means money either in the form of profit, in the form of fees, in the form of salary, in the form of wages, commission. But everybody is undertaking economic activities in order to earn profit. And the most important thing, almost all economic activities are possible only by utilizing land. And here land does not mean only land. Land means it includes all the natural resources, because only with the help of natural resources, industrial sector, agricultural sectors are able to produce crops or any other basic necessities. Agricultural sector are producing crops, different types of crops, and for producing crops they have to use land. In the same way, industrial sectors, by using various types of natural resources, coal, water, sunlight, various natural resources, they are using iron, zinc, magnesium. These are all natural resources. Then tree, plants, all these natural resources are utilized for producing basic necessities or producing goods which satisfy the requirements, the wants of an individual. So all economic activities are possible only when we are utilizing the resources, which are given by nature, free gift of nature, which are free gift of nature. Only by using those resources, it is possible for us to undertake economic activities. So that's why he had given the suggestion, he had given the advice how to utilize those natural resources, so that this is also known as, in other way, it is also known as sustainable development. Sustainable development. In simple words, we can say that he had given the concept of sustainable development. Kautilya had given the concept of sustainable development. Now, what is the meaning of sustainable development? He had given the suggestion that whatever resources we have got from the nature, we must utilize those resources in producing goods or services in such a manner, in such a way that present generation can enjoy, as well as it must be used by, or it must be left for the future generation. For example, environment. We must keep, he had given the suggestion that we must keep pollution-free environment. Pollution-free environment, because we are enjoying the pollution-free environment, so we must keep the same atmosphere, same environment for future generation also. This is called sustainable development. Sustainable development. The concept when means all individuals must use natural resources in such a manner, in such a way that they can enjoy the free gift of nature, as well as they must leave those natural resources for future generation to in the same way, in the same condition as they are enjoying. If they are enjoying pollution free environment, they must keep the environment pollution free for the future generation also. In the same way, if they are enjoying crude oil means petroleum, diesel, so they must utilize these things rationally, intelligently, economically, in such a way that future generation can also enjoy these type of natural resources. This concept is called sustainable development. So in one word I can say that, in one sentence, that Kautilya had given the concept of sustainable development, that we must, all individuals, those who are performing economic activities, they must use land, they must use earth in such a manner that maximum utilization of resources, maximum means optimum, intelligently. We must utilize the resources, and these resources can be leave for future generation also. That is the main motive of Kautilya. Now, according to textbook, okay, economics of Kautilya we will do in next lecture. Economics of Kautilya. So within 3 or 4 classes we try to complete this chapter, and till then you have to bring only and only, means you have economics lecture only for 3 or 4 classes. Economics of Kautilya, then after the concept of Gandhiji, and then last one is Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay's objective on economics. But today we have completed only one topic, short introduction about Kautilya. Now any doubt you can ask. Any doubt you can ask.